Bonjour, yogis. So this is a morning practice to start probably when your body is in the state of the most relaxed, your big baby, hello life breath, because it's before the day gets us and then we're all like constricted and we're like, ugh. So pitch is to start with a meditative practice in the morning. This is what I start with. I'm going to be doing a talk later where I detail more of this. But just basically for now, essentially we're moving this in two parts. First breath, entering an awareness through all the parts, then focusing on the movement of our diaphragm here. And then we will be harnessing and more controlling the breath and bringing it into slowly expanding up to a 6 count into coherent breathing. So here we are in our morning meditation. This will be your breath of life because we are the most relaxed in the morning. And so you would be starting this either as soon as you wake up in bed or rise, pee, meditate, as Bergs, my teacher's teacher, says. And so you might even, to keep your back nice and straight, prefer to do it on the floor. But I encourage you to do this first thing in the morning when you're nice and relaxed. Which is why I call this the first breath of life, like what a baby takes, because you're like, hello life, we're all nice and relaxed in our diaphragm and our chest. The day hasn't come at us yet. And so what we're doing is we're drawing our intention inward and to our breath and checking in with where our body, our emotions, and our energy are through our breath by witnessing and noticing our breath, not by altering and changing it yet, just like being present for it. And that's where we're starting. And then we're going to move after the meditation into coherent breathing, which is a rhythmic, paced breath where we will strive for even counts of breath, but that'll be the second part. So if you'd like to practice with me now, your feet are flat on your bed, on the floor, your spine is long, the back of your neck is long. Take a sigh out on sound. One more time. And there is actually a version of a shakeout to do here on the floor. So just take your feet and sort of just shake yourself a little bit. What you're doing is massaging gently the fascia along your back. Not too much, just a little sort of slide back and forth on your skin and then stop. And then you're going to take your hands up in robot and your fingertips, spread your elbows out, and your fingertips and they're not going to press here on your rib cage and the top of your belly. It's where your diaphragm descends. They're just going to rest very, very lightly. So adjust your arms, make sure your shoulders are down, your elbows are out, and your fingertips are resting lightly here. So thumbs on the edge of the rib cage, fingertips just below the rib cage on that soft spot. And we're going to slowly draw our attention inward by directing it first to feel the air moving in at your nostrils. So direct your attention there. Feel the air drifting in around the edge and then moving up through your sinus cavities, down through the back of your throat. Just notice it. Notice it and feel it. It's witnessing sensation, so we're being a quiet witness for our breath here. We're inviting it in through the nose, down through the back of the throat. Relax behind your eyes. Relax your jaw. Notice if there's any tension in your tongue. Before we get into the body, we look at where the breath enters. Relax your throat. So the air is being drunk in very smoothly. And now draw your attention down to the tips of your fingers. And notice, don't judge, don't try to change, just notice the pace and the movement of your breath. Is it smooth? Perhaps it's jagged. Not judging, just noticing. And be curious about it. Does it come in with effort? Do you feel that there needs to be a pull? Or is it rolling down smoothly into your diaphragm and your belly, your breath, like a wave? And just be a curious, compassionate, loving witness to your breath as it is in this morning, in this moment. And if there's no movement under your fingers, don't worry about it, just notice it. There's no place for worry here. Just compassionate curiosity about where you are. Now, slowly move your hands from the bottom of your rib cage up, not creating tension in your shoulders, but just look to right here on the sides of your rib cage. Folding the backs of your hands in like this can really help. And so here, I'm not trying to push into mid-chest breathing. I'm just noticing how my mid-rib cage moves. And just noticing what the breath feels like in this area of my chest. This is the breathing where your heart is. And feel ease. Is the breath different in this area for you? How? We're just witnessing with kind curiousness. We're not saying, oh, it's like this, oh, this is bad. When we say something's bad, we make a judgment. I'm asking you to refrain from that, which is very hard for us humans to do. I'm asking you to observe and witness without judging or changing. Hardest thing for a human to do. You can always introduce a sigh if you feel tension building. And now for the more subtle movement, taking more of your fingertips up to the points under your clavicles here, if you can find them. I've got a bony upper body, so it's kind of obvious on me, but you might want to feel around. It's the little kind of divot here under it, and it can help you also take your elbows down. Experiment with it, just don't create tension. And let's take a little sigh to just relax more. Just notice the very subtle movement in your upper chest breathing here. What's nice here is also how your shoulder blades and your upper shoulders are moving against the mat. This is your breath moving your body. It's very subtle. It's barely there. But notice it. I'm noticing how bringing my attention into these areas is bringing my breath into those areas. Good little New Yorker A-type, can't ever change it. We just follow orders too much. So I'm noticing how I'm doing that. and I'm trying to pull back from the effort of changing it. Again, noticing if you've built any tension in your face, jawbone, root of the tongue. Learning to relax the root of your tongue is a really, really amazing exercise of relaxation and letting go. So now you may continue with your meditation if you like, or what I do is I move into a more active process where I am altering the breath. And this is called the coherent breathing that I referred to. So I will be bringing my fingertips back to my diaphragm because this is where I'm going to be focusing the attention of my breath, both of my awareness, but also there will be some energetic, a little, very subtle, not a pushing, not a straining, but a drawing down towards my diaphragm. So I want you to sigh out on sound, and we'll be increasing count. So in through your nose. Again, don't let me be alone. Okay, now into your diaphragm. So breath coming in through your nose, down through the back of your throat, connecting to that beautiful, subtle movement here in the diaphragm. And we're going to inhale for a count of 4. So inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale begins in the diaphragm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Increasing count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue. If this is enough, you stay here. If you are ready to move to a higher count, then we move to a higher count. So, one more round of 5. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Increasing now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. The reason you want to add this breath in to your practice is it will help with cardiovascular health. It will help with expanding lung elasticity and the depth of your breath. But most importantly, it will help with your emotional resilience. Because just like the meditation, where we come and we start inward, and we start with ourself and checking in with ourself and how we are, and then moving to the coherent breath prepares us to meet life as it comes at us, as my teacher Esther Eckhart says. And so coherent breathing slowly, slowly builds emotional resilience. So I highly encourage you to continue for a few more minutes and to integrate this into your daily practice. It is on the days when I have time for one practice only, and this is my practice because it is body and mind and energy all in one. Practice well. Namaste.